Our story begins with water. Known as the teardrop of the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka is especially sensitive to climate change. The decrease in precipitation has left parts of the country short of the key resource for years. This is Sri Lanka's longest river, Mahaveli Ganga. The color of the river simply tells us there's a long way to go from river water like this to drinkable water. But a few years ago, due to the lack of water purification technology, villagers in remote areas in central Sri Lanka simply filtered the surface water river like this and drank it directly. And that makes Sri Lanka a country with a high incidence of chronic kidney disease of unknown etiology. In the areas of Sri Lanka with a high rate of chronic kidney disease of this kind, 1 in every 5 people are sufferers. Most of the patients are breadwinners for their families, typically males aged 30 to 60. After falling ill, they often lose the ability to work and are burdened by high medical expenses.
We had about recorded 50,000 around patients. Most of the hypotheses we got focusing about drinking water. By that time, we didn't have technology to make sure water is safe for public consumption.
Between 2008 to 2015, we were in a very critical stage. So during that period, we need some external assistance to overcome those problems. We had some discussions with the Chinese government.
China accepted Sri Lanka's request for help. In 2015, witnessed by the presidents of both sides, the two countries formally launched cooperation in water purification and research. A 70-person team from the Chinese Academy of Sciences has since become the technical core of the project.
After investigating the local groundwater, we found the water was hard and high in fluoride. Through research and experiments on mice and rats, it's been proven the water is closely related to kidney disease. In response, we've developed technologies such as electrodialysis, nanofiltration, and other methods, which can remove high concentrations of harmful particles of chlorine and calcium and turn it into clean drinking water.
To date, Chinese scientists have helped to solve the drinking water problem for more than 5,000 people in central and northern Sri Lanka. This building, the China-Sri Lanka Joint Water Technology Research and Demonstration Center on the campus of the University of Peradeniya, is also teaching the program in water studies. The idea is that teaching someone to fish, instead of simply giving them one, solves problems over the long term.
This is not only from University of Peradeniya. We have made awareness programs to other universities in Sri Lanka and also to the other research institutes in Sri Lanka. So they are sending us a group of students, and a lot of volunteers are also here.
Traveling between Beijing, China and Kandy, Sri Lanka has become routine for Wang Yawei and others. On the way back, he tells us that before doing anything, he asks himself about the significance. And he says providing water purification technology to Sri Lanka fills him with a strong sense of honor. Quoting Wang's words, our story also ends with water. Just as each droplet gathers to help form the ocean, he says the efforts of each individual contribute to bilateral ties between China and Sri Lanka, turning the teardrop on the Indian Ocean into one of hope. Liu Jiaxin, CGTN, Kandy.